Hi, this is the Professional Amateur coming to you with another review. This week I checked out Message from Space. And this 1978 film was directed by Kenji Fukusaku and stars Vic Mero, Itsuko Shihomi, and Shinichi Chiba, among others, of course. The story of this movie is that there's this space princess, and her planet is under attack, so she has to go and round up a ragtag group of heroes in order to save the day. So she sends out these magical walnut seeds to go find them on different planets, and then she has to go track down those walnut seeds. And so she finds all 7 of them, and hopefully they can defeat the bad guy together. Will they, though? Well, you have to watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. Well, with this one, you may have heard of Turkish Star Wars, and this is Japanese Star Wars. So it's just kind of a Japanese clone of Star Wars. It did come out 1 year after Star Wars came out, and it clearly is very inspired by it. The miniatures and everything like that, the sound effects are right out of Star Wars. Of course, they don't have, lightsabers or anything like that. They do have these glowing walnuts that could be considered somewhat mystical, like the Force or whatever. But all of it, I think, just goes together. I like all the cast. They have quite a bit of Japanese cast in this one. They have also some Caucasian actors as well. But they all blend well together. I kind of like their different personalities. And certainly, you don't find these certain personalities in, Star Wars. But they do have similarities, right? They have the Princess Leia type with the space princess. They have Han Solo with this kind of smuggler guy. And I think he was actually one of my favorite characters. I thought he was really cool. And then, of course, all the hot shots are the other, characters in Star Wars. And so, yeah, it definitely works. I really did like the kind of Japanese imitation of Star Wars. I thought it was a real hoot. Of course it's corny. Of course it's wacky. Of course it's silly. But it's all fun. So take it as it is, and you will have fun. Other than that, the miniature work in this one is absolutely fantastic. In 1978, they're all using miniatures for these big space battles and stuff like that. And they actually have quite a few in this one, and they're all amazingly done. I would actually say this movie is just worth a watch just to see all the miniature work they do. They're flying around asteroids, they're, crashing on these planets. It's all really, really cool. They even do some spacewalks, and those are cheesy as hell with, the technology from 78. It's what they got. I absolutely loved it though. I'll clip it in here for you. And of course, you probably want to see some miniature work, so here it is.
Stop! You are ordered to stop!
So as you can see, the work that they put into it is absolutely phenomenal. It is so interesting. I absolutely love seeing all of it. Every time there was a space chase or space battle, I was glued to the screen. So there's lots of stuff that go into this movie that make it visually appealing. Also, there's lots of fun characters in this one. Of course, they have everything ripped off from Star Wars. So they have a robot character like C-3PO. I like this one too. He's lots of fun. They have a smuggler guy like Han Solo, and he's lots of fun too. He's very kind of sarcastic all the time. I enjoyed that. Of course, they have a bad guy like Darth Vader, except he's all kind of dressed to the nines in Japanese style stuff, kind of like you would expect from Power Rangers or Kumon Rider or something like that. And yeah, all of that's excellent. Of course, the hot shots are all there. They're super cool. The space princess dressed all in white, just like Princess Leia. And yeah, all of that definitely works. So the character designs are really cool, and the characters' personalities are just rather engaging. So there's lots of stuff to get you really into this movie. What else can I say about this movie? I really did enjoy it. I thought the story was also just so wacky, trying to find these nuts, and then they'll throw the nut away, and then they'll get the nut back, and it's all about these nuts. And I don't know what it is. It's just a wacky, fun story that I think a lot of people out there will enjoy. So if you do enjoy Star Wars, especially the original ones, watch this one. It's just as fun, I would say. And so yeah, you can definitely have a good time with it. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this film. Well, I would say not much. Of course it's dated, of course it's a ripoff, so take that into account. What else could I say? The voice acting, like I watched the dub one just on Tubi. That's the one they have, which I think is actually a pretty high quality picture. It was so crisp and so clean. Or maybe I just got a new TV and that was the problem with other movies. But the dubbing is not the best. I'll say that. I think half the characters are speaking English, so their mouths will match up perfectly, and then the Japanese characters are speaking Japanese and just voiced over. Their lines don't match up perfectly with their mouths. Very rarely, I would even say it's close. So half of the voice acting is not good. The other half is perfectly fine. But at the same time, it is a foreign film, or an international film, I should say. And so it is just one of those curiosities from the 70s where it's just such an interesting thing to watch that I think a lot of people will have a good time with this one. So who would I recommend this movie for? Well, if you're a sci-fi fan, I would just say watch it. I think it's good for all sci-fi fans, whether or not you like Star Wars or not. Doesn't really matter with this one. It's just a great movie all around. So if that sounds like you, then press play on this one. You can find it on Tubi. As for a rating, well, I gotta give it the big old 7 because it was pretty good. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.